Hello, everybody. It's Monday Makes with Mariah, but Mariah ain't making nothing today. Making funny.
Okay, I got
That's what I'm going to do.
I haven't found us yet.
Anyway, that's Pia over there. You're going to see her hands in the screen. No face, though. Because she didn't know.
No, I didn't.
And she's tired because we worked her. Got the garden going. Well, not really garden. We got our container.
Plantings.
Our container planting with flowers. Because the baby was very upset. Because we had some landscaping things done. Because it needed to be done. Let's just say, since we had a baby.
Things have kind of gone to the wayside.
But she was very upset by the fact that the landscape folks had ripped up her flowers, which were just weeds in the yard.
They were indigenous plants, Mariah.
They're indigenous plants.
Jesus.
They make the bees happy. They make my baby happy, but the HOA says nay nay.
You know, I just want to. That's like the people in education. Who put those people in charge? They know absolutely diddly squat.
I am not arguing with you about that. Anyway, hello everybody. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you are here, and I like to say hello to you because we're all an Arty friendly bunch here. These folks in the chat
For the most part.
For the most part. Yeah. So do that. I'm gonna say hello to you. Quick announcements. Okay, so it is basically the first. Hey, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
It's a big thing here in Texas. Might go out drinking later. Probably won't, but you know. I used to.
She wouldn't even let me have a beer yesterday with my lunch.
No, because then she is absolutely worthless. Like, she just go sleepy time. She's like...
Well, I could have used one last night. I should have got one, brought it home.
There you go. Anyway, so... Where was I at? It is the beginning of the month. If you haven't signed up for your swap, that's over there in Makers. Becky's got hers going. Rhonda's got hers going. And then we've got collage prompts, color combo, which I just need more time to put my stuff together. But I did print out my little cards.
I want one of those to look at it.
Okay, good. I want you to kind of go through them, and I did make the notes on the back why they are.
No, you can do that. I just want one. Give me one, the one you don't want.
Well, that throws off the purpose here. You need to show them all, and then you can have one. Because what happened this month, very interestingly, see, look. I just had the one weird one.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah, so you need to show that so we can talk about that a little bit. All right, let me say hello to everybody. But that's what's going on over at Makers as Makers Mix Media Art and Arts Facebook group. Please give those thumbsy ups if you haven't. That's a little like it right there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That's somewhere over in this vicinity down here. Ring those bells. Do all that YouTube business one does. We do this 4 times a week.
Woo! I'll tell you what, I think I can do them with pan pastel.
All right, yeah, and then it's worth talking about that last one too, because that's kind of interesting. It's a little bit different than normal, which I thought was cool. Acme's here, Alice, Ann, Anthony, Becky, Betty Ann, hello and welcome. I believe you are new. Cheryl, Colleen, Eddie, Erna, Healing is Recycling. That's Liz. Jennifer, Dog Life, Jenny's here, Julie. Kathy, Kimberly, Lindsay, Lydia, Margie, Nadine, Nightbot. Y'all know who Nightbot is, right? Let us know in the comments. Painting again, that's Sandy. Panka, Pia, Robin, Sally. Hi, Sally. I believe you are new, or I feel like maybe you've been here before. Tutu, Holly, that is Tammy. And I don't know who just popped out there. Give me extra pinky hello hands like Kathy did and Jocelyn did. Those really get my attention, and I will be able to say hello to you. Okay, let's go top view. See what P's got there. So these are the cards. Can you hold them up into the technology? Because even my little eyeballs are struggling.
Good?
Yes. Oh, in the bin out there, in the little carrier. Okay, so y'all screenshot that, or just keep it in your mind. Oh, thank you. I didn't want to say, but thank you.
Okay, now do I have it straight?
Ish. You can go down. All right, so Italian plum, aventurine. And then Payne's Gray, I went with the Caran d'Ache 507 because then I was able to pull see that 515 A6.
Okay, why am I not getting them all in there? Which way do I need to go?
There you go. That 515 A63, if y'all know about computers and things, that's kind of the hex color. And then the 3 things that I can't read right now because my balls are saying, no, that's still too small. But the 3 numbers down there, that's RGB. If you want to know how to mix.
Inside the little hoop-de-doo thing.
Inside the little hoop-de-doo thing.
Okay. Well,
there
my
you go.
arm's
You're good.
Getting tired.
You're good. Hello, Tegan. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Monroe.
Now, actually, my favorite is this off one down here.
Well, that one is not right.
That one's not right, but I really like that color.
That was the PDF on like regular, which is kind of funny. I'm telling you, this is why you just kind of have to play with it sometimes. There is no like tried and true, hey, each and every time I'm going to get the colors that I'm pretty sure that these are supposed to be when you put them, when you print them. Just telling you. It's just
now see, look at this. This is very close.
Love that. That's spot on. I'm saying that's a winner for that one.
And I've been using this green all morning.
And that's your Payne's Gray.
I do have Payne's Gray.
Oh, that is kind of that greenish color. Well, hoot-dee-doot-dee-doot-doot-doo. These colors are available in Pan Pastel. Basically, what are the colors on the bottom? What are they? What does Pan Pastel call these?
Oh, okay. Well, this is Payne's Gray.
Okay, Payne's Gray hitting it. Whoop whoop.
All right, just a minute.
Hi, Paula. I'm not going to. These are not my hands today.
Yeah, no, this is Phthalo Blue Extra Dark.
Okay, Phthalo Blue.
Extra dark, but
Payne's Gray. We're going with Payne's Gray on that one. We're calling.
And this is Magenta Extra Dark.
Okay, that is Italian Plum.
And this one is Phthalo Green Extra Dark.
There you go. That hits our adventure into reading.
Yeah, and I can do a little swatchy out here to the side.
Okay, you get one of those cards. And you get that one because you already got Dusty Business on it. Now, may I have the rest of those back so you don't get them all mucky?
Oh,
yeah, see, you muck.
I guess this is mine.
That one's yours.
Well, there's a little something on this other. Oh, it
good
came
gosh. Off. See, she is contaminating my cards.
I just walk around contaminating.
Izzy asked me last night because she was watching some YouTube show and she's like, what is quarantine?
I love it.
Yeah. I said, well, it's usually when you're sick and they want to keep you away from other people. They put you in quarantine. She's like, oh, okay. Solitude, she said.
Solitude. I love it. Yeah. That's my baby.
I was like, yeah. Oh, P will know. Aventurine is a beautiful semi-precious stone.
I do know. I have some beads. I have some
beads. Oh, happy birthday, Paula!
Oh my goodness, 29, right?
You going out to party tonight, girl?
Now the only one that's, these two are almost just exactly spot on. This one up here, and I think it's just because of the density.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah. Looky there. Just gonna make it more dense.
I need a touch of, there we go, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Hot diggity.
Just more.
Yeah, with a little blue.
Oh, you did put
So yeah, you haven't cleaned your sponge off. Just go over it.
Mm-hmm.
All righty.
Well, that's exciting. And squares. Hey, we're doing squares today.
What?
Well, they're not
squares.
squares, but you know, we're gonna go with rectangles. Can be the
Oh, the rectangle. Yes, rectilinear design.
rectilinear.
Well, I just think that this is bloody marvelous.
I do too. I don't know that we've ever hit a color combo like spot on like this right out of the gate.
And I didn't even have to do anything except smear a little, whatever the hell that is here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't want to keep your cards?
Why do I want it?
I don't know. I'm kind of happy you're not on camera today. You've already got blue stuff. Smurfy. Don't go to the grocery store like that. People think your husband's beating you.
Sometimes I don't look in the mirror. I mean, I go and then I look in the mirror after I come home. Oh my God, my hair looks like
I was out like this.
It's like a
I know when we drop Izzy off.
Electrocuted cockatoo.
When we drop Izzy off at school in the morning, sometimes I haven't put water on my hair or done anything, and I think I look a little crazy lady. I redeem myself by the afternoon, though.
Alrighty. Well, all right. So, I was just in the whole process of screwing these things together, and then.
100%, Kathy.
What?
She says, questions, to be clear. We can mix white into any of the colors to be legal. I think so. You just have to say, I started out with this color, and then I was more happy with it when I ended up with this color.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
When you start adding white, you want to remember you are losing your transparency.
Yeah.
And that's true of anything. So, yesterday as we were, I can't remember if it was. I don't know.
Becky says that she loves Pantone, but adventuring is usually a light to medium green. So when they do the color combo at the bead place, because they do that. Will that be this Wednesday night? Becky, let me know. They are actually going to use some adventuring beads. The actual, the stone.
The real deal.
Yeah.
Well, that's my whole thing about some of these color names. This is just.
Well, there's such variations. Even when you talk about, this is why it's turquoise. Even, turquoise, the actual, stone. There are so many different. So, which one is it? You don't get to say, well, this is the one. That's the tricky part.
And you notice I've screwed these together.
Yeah.
The trick is, and my problem is, it's really hard to see which one I want.
This was always our gripe about the makeup, too.
I usually get the one off.
Yeah.
And then the trick in doing this is to go backwards until you hear that click.
Or feel it.
There you go. Or feel it.
The first Wednesday of the month. So, yes, this Wednesday, be sure to check out the bead place because they do the color combo with actually, beading.
And we get to see it?
Yeah.
As she's doing it?
Yeah. They go around the store and pick things out.
Well, hot diggity, why don't I know about this?
Well, it's late at night. I mean, it actually would fit with your schedule. It's usually right at bedtime for me. Oh. So I sometimes pop in for just a minute or so.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I don't, somebody probably said that to me, but here's the thing. My brain.
She needs special invitations. Let's just be honest.
I hope I'm not getting it.
It's kind of everywhere.
Hand pastel all over my shirt.
Kind of everywhere.
Yesterday, Izzy said, Gigi, you have mud on your top lip.
Yeah, because she had it all over her face. But man, P was such a trooper. We went to the garden center.
Oh my God. And last night I was miserable. Miserable. All right, I should just leave this dadgum thing over here where I can reach it, but I don't want to be painting.
See, that needs to be on one of those hangy, zippy things.
It does, from the ceiling where I can just pull it down.
Mm-hmm. You really need some kind of crazy workshop that just has.
Well, remember what's his name had all that stuff coming down from the ceiling.
I don't know who's
your friend that you like, your engineer friend.
Oh, Adam Savage. Yeah, there's stuff everywhere. Now, he doesn't he hasn't hooked up tools to where he could grab them. But I just think garages, they always have the hydraulic thing or the air things, there's always like hanging and
Oh yeah, in car places to get tires off.
yeah, and stuff like that.
Okie dokie. Well, I'm just gonna put this back over here because I don't have a parking spot for it.
It starts at 7
in
p.m.
the present parking lot.
Is that Central? Because I thought it was like.
All right, let's get something on this one because we want to compare it to the other one.
Yeah, there we go. The Revenge of the Garden Center.
Now, remember what we're doing here is we're getting some gold. This was done with the pan pastels, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was done with paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it with gold that way. And I don't know, should I use dark gold or light gold? I think I'm going to go with dark gold simply because I think that the greens need a little bit of yellowing out. I think they're just a little bit too bluey. That's my rationale.
Yeah. Now you mixed on the other print that you pulled, you put two different golds together. I don't know if you remember that. It was just yesterday, but see?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I think I've got enough variegation here with the
Becky usually does post it over Makers. But there you go. There's the link Eddie just posted. Yeah, you can find the Bead Place YouTube there, right there.
I wish I could come and do it in person.
Becky would probably absolutely love that.
As soon as I win the lottery, I'll be there.
The reason Mariah's not arting today is because she did not have her stuff together. I know that's hard to believe. I have some like kind of general ideas, but I need to pull some things together to even be able to talk through that with y'all. And then I did think about, you know.
Uh-oh.
What? Oh.
This isn't gold. This is ochre.
I mean, it's not shiny gold.
Well, I already screwed up. It'll be okay. I think you'll still be able to see and appreciate.
But I will probably end up taking over, you know, maybe Thursday. I can have things together by then. Because we're catching up on orders. We are, and this is always a little bit harder part of the month because when we do have so many new things out and we are doing orders, well, I have to create all the new packaging as well. So it slows it up a little bit. Once all that's in place, I should have a bit more free time. Plus, we're trying to kind of get things cleared up. We finally got the Christmas tree down. Very excited about that. I think it's pretty. Hi, Carla. And hey, Anthony. I don't think I said hello to Anthony. She will, yes, Becky will be posting a specific link, like, to the stream whenever it is created.
All right, I want to show you what I've been working on here and get a pull color down. So, we all agree.
Well, it's a fake tree.
Well, I don't know. It just reminds me of Frank Lloyd Wright.
I didn't print the thing out. That was the third thing I was supposed to do. I knew there was 3 things. I got you your wipes.
Frank Lloyd Wright colors. I think I did a splendid job of replicating.
I will tell you this. If you go to their website, they actually have like color palettes of Frank Lloyd Wright. In fact, I could probably pull it up on my phone because that's what I'd saved it and I'd gone out and found it and all that business. I just had not printed it out to have a hard copy here for the live stream. But if you want to hold that and just, you can.
Point.
Okay, there we go. Actually, it fits perfectly in there, just like that. Just don't, you know, touch it too much or, you know, anything.
All right, so the one that we're going for is here. This one. The bottom 4 there.
I told her not touching. Okay, touch it again. There you go.
The bottom 4 there, okay? So we've got the gold, the silver, the green, and the kind of salmony, coppery color. Mm-hmm. And I think I did a splendid job of, and what we might do, Mariah, is see that color right there?
Mm-hmm, that kind of, it's almost taupey-ish.
Well, I'm going to take it down in value, and we're just going to go with more of a neutral, because I'm going to go with Titan Buff. It's off-white, basically.
Yeah.
Because I don't want, you know, when you're putting colors on top of colors, remember, if they're semi-transparent, which most of these are, you're going to be altering the color.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Diane.
And somewhere, I'm pretty sure I've got this in a heavy body, but I couldn't find it. So we're just, if I use enough of this, I can.
Oh, Paula says that the Kuretake Art Deco set of colors are a nice set to use for this color palette. Yes, and this is Brad's new stacking bars. Are you going to show which pan pastels? I mean, I know you talked about it, but are you going to show them?
I will.
Okay. Yes, the watercolors, Kuretake. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good.
You know, I have pulled a couple of these where I actually got it down with no wrinkles. I should save them for evidence.
Yes, you should.
It doesn't matter. We always use those. In fact,
oh, okay. Let me put that link in. I can do that. I'm just sitting here. Let me find that.
All right, check it out, folks.
That looks good. That's so cool. You really colored in between the lines quite well.
Well, you can see a couple places that I meant to come back in and clean that up, and I did try to clean this one up because...
Yeah, you got a little into the other one.
Yeah.
But no, I'm very impressed. Y'all have to remember, her eyeballs are not fixed yet either, so...
No, they're not.
It's pretty impressive she's doing what she's doing. I'm telling you.
Just like getting it on the right page instead of, you know, somewhere else.
She threw a rock yesterday. I was like, no, that wasn't even close. She's like, I really felt like it was. Thank goodness there wasn't a window nearby.
I don't think I'd been tossing it.
No, you wouldn't have taken the chance on that one.
I wouldn't have.
That's good. Okay, looking for the color palette thing.
Well, let's pull some stuff. And here's another one. You can see how much wrinkly stuff we got going on there. Now this is going to be interesting because we've got some definite residual. I don't know what I'm pulling from that. Why it's very awkward.
There you go. There's that link, and it's on the Frank Lloyd Wright their foundation page.
Isn't that just absolutely stunning?
That's my favorite. Here of,
And remember, this was the green on green.
Yes. That was a good call.
I could have gone with off-white.
I don't think your green would have been as punchy.
Don't think my green would have been as punchy.
And I like that the green is punchy.
I do too. It's just,
yeah.
if you need punchy green, you need punchy green. There's just nothing else that'll do.
Hey, Nancy.
All right. Happy about that one. And I don't know, sometimes these...
Hi, Lorraine. Oh, yeah, there's... because the pan pastels do, like, they will keep kind of staying... The only thing that's going to clear them off is cleaning your plate with the mineral oil or baby oil. Tape will take it off too, won't it? Or no?
It will.
Yeah.
And I probably could take this off and still have... I'm reluctant because I've got such great cracks out there.
Yeah, I think you just need to do something else and then, like...
I think so too.
I think both things are cool that they're there.
I think so too. Find a more organic stencil to go over the top of that, and then I can futz around with that.
Oh, hi, Veronica.
All right, now here's this bad boy.
Yeah, so she put those layers, or that.
Yeah, remember
I did. Yeah, yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, or pull. Oh, Paula says, or pull it with a good puller, like the cream or Payne's.
Yeah, one of the heavy bodies,
like the Pastos or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, and I do have that. Why didn't I think of that?
I don't know. On the plate, not pate. Well, these things are down. I like this color mix, personally.
I think it's kind of weird and wonderful.
Yeah, there's like 4 different designs in this. Because you got Baubles and Stars, Beam Me Up Butterfly. There's some Geopoly. And then I think you even threw in a little bit of something from the mashup. Yeah. Mashup 3.
That's the one you see here.
Yeah, 4 different things.
I think it looks really cool.
Jackie wants to know, when did this one start?
Oh,
last week.
Yeah.
I would say on Tuesday is like when it started. I feel like that's right.
I think you are right.
But I also think that every bit of this has been done on camera. I think. Just across different streams.
And I don't recall if this was a brayer off or not, but I don't think it is, just simply because I'm not seeing any partitions there.
Lucy, it's all about the type of paper at that point. Because, yeah, if you were really letting it fully dry and it's still ripping on you, then that is about the paper, most likely. Which means you're using probably like a 20-pound copy paper, and that's just not going to hold up as well. No. What we use here is the 32-pound Hammermill premium copy paper. It's a little bit heavier, and it's got a nice finish to it, so it works well with the paint and holds up. If you're looking for a tissue paper that you want to be able to pull, then you're going to want like the wet strength tissue. A lot of people are also really into the medical exam paper and say that it holds up as well as the wet strength. Oh, okay. It's Teresa Aragona who uses the perfect pearls, which are similar, right? Like similar to the pan pastels. But they're more loose, more like the she just whacked the camera. Like the magicals and stuff. Is that right? They're not in a smushed, compact kind of situation.
All right, I pulled these off.
Well, Lucy, if you want it dry, the best way to kind of tell whether or not it is dry is if it still feels cool to the touch, it is not dry. Normally, if you leave it overnight, it's gonna be dry.
That, if you have any doubts, that's the best way to go about doing that.
These are great questions. Keep them coming, girl.
Absolutely.
Hi, Lizanne.
Because if you're asking, somebody else wants to.
Yeah, totally. They liked that print.
They like that print.
Yeah, I like that print too. That's a cool
Me
print.
too. Me too. All right, now I thought this would be kind of fun, and I've got some other stuff to show you, but I just, I'm into this, so you're just gonna have to be into it too.
You're along for the ride.
But I am going to point out some things to you.
Hello, Linda Kay and Sean.
Remember, these are transparent, semi-transparent. If you go heavy, they're not. But you can really do a lot more than you think you might be able to do just putting down one color first and then putting down the other color first, putting them on top of each other. Because that's how I discovered this with the pink. So, what we're going to do here, where's my paint? Wipe off cloth. Fell off. It's getting kind of
colorful.
Hi,
Yanka.
All right.
Yes, and this stencil has been altered around the edges, but it is geotiling.
Okay, now when you put these down, what I do is I take one color, and that you don't have to do it this way, for heaven's sakes. Whatever, suits your fancy. But I like to do this because it helps me balance my color so that I know that I've got that color somewhere, everywhere.
Yeah.
Sort of, kind of. And sometimes I don't put them down, really, really
full coverage across the section.
Because I want to come back in with my other color.
Giving a little more ombre.
Absolutely.
We like a good ombre. So these are the pan pastels. It's not paint, pan pastels by Golden. And she's putting it on with like a little makeup sponge. It's the sponges that come with.
That came with.
With them. Yeah. They're these little things like this. Oh, and thanks. Eddie went ahead and put in the Pan Pastel link. Well, or a link to Jackson's. They sell the Pan Pastel.
Yes.
The way that affiliate links work over on Jackson's is that we send you to the site, and then it should it goes from there.
And the thing about this is when you're doing these, you can go ahead and get the next one. This is how you do batiking.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Good job, Eddie. He's so good. He's making things happen. See, I didn't even know that that was a possibility. I hadn't even thought about that. Now what? You got any more questions, Lucy? Anybody? Questions? I got answers maybe. Okay, Becky says I had to walk away. Is P doing last month's color combo? Then she will do this month. Oh yeah, this is pretty much like last month's color combo with those two colors.
What was the other one?
And then the other one was, see, my brain moved on, Patricia, but I got a card for that.
Well, hell, I do too.
Yeah, you got your little. Now hers is not quite the right one, but that's.
Yeah, holy cow.
She's still in the mood. Peach, carrot curl, and flushing pink was last month. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Like, because I want to do this whole packaging thing. I've got to go out there. And I think, I got a card. I got to think about, well, if Brad can get out, if we can get out to the garage and get things kind of cleaned up, then we can get back to the corner area where we store the, saved packaging things. I might be able to dig through that and find what I need.
Now, here's the thing. You don't have to have these everywhere. Because remember, the color that you put down to pull it with is also going to be, you know, part of the whole mix here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to bring in this orange. Just because I want to.
Yeah, no. She was inspired by the color combo. It was a good color to go with it. We figured that out all month, last month. But see, you need to do another one with the color combo this month.
Well, I already did.
Well, you put them on the card, but you didn't do them on the plate. You didn't do a design.
Well, kind of, sort of.
We'll get there.
I mean, not exactly, but.
Hey, Darcy. Hey, Sonia. I'm happy you're here. Hey, she's loving these things. Now, are there things on that plate already?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was remember, like, this is the one we just pulled off. It's
got okay.
Little hoopty-doo things on it.
Well, we're pretty new to these. I mean, we knew about them. We just
I don't like doing them on paper. I don't feel very successful on paper. And I am still interested in trying to do more with mixing in the colored pencils.
Oh.
With the all right, now here's the other thing that you want to do before you start yanking your stencil up. You want to take and I realize those were on the edge there.
It is clear. All right. See, this is where I feel like so the one that you did with the bars because you put the paint down and then colored in between them. It gives you that definition.
I don't know that some of this is even going to show through, but what I'm doing is I'm just going into places here and making sure that, I don't know, got a little bit of this here, hither, and yon, because there are the little pieces of it that are kind of plummy color.
Yeah.
And I think that this is a good,
Sonia asked, have you tried mixing colors on different sheets of paper? Well, the ones that, because you sent the pad of paper, so P did do that, but she didn't mix on there. So, no, I don't think, you haven't really done a lot to paper yet.
I've tried it. It didn't, I think my expectations are I want it to be more like when I do colored pencils, and it just isn't.
Right.
And I'm a little frustrated with it. Honestly,
I would also say that you may have a better experience when your eyeballs are working better.
This is very true.
Like, seriously, I saw like I went and saw the eyeball.
Yeah, that I'm like on the screen. Legally blind. Now, see, some of that did come through. Messy looking. I like it. I love it. All right, here it goes.
Now, what are you gonna pull it with?
That's the $100 question here.
Like, to me, I think that you should use the dark purple, but I don't know if that's the right answer.
No, I don't think that's the right answer. I really think what I need to pull this with is copper.
Or lilac pearl.
Lilac pearl, that's it. Hand that over.
Because it's going to kind of punch up the...
Did you feel how light this is feeling?
Okay. You need to make a list of things. It's your job to make a list. A little afraid of what you were going to write out there. No was the best thing. Let's see. Oh, goodness.
This is either going to be really wonderful or just total puke.
Oh, Sonia says, you are making me really proud of you. This is a different medium. Your magic is in discovery and sharing.
Bless your heart.
We kind of feel that way, or at least that's what we've convinced y'all.
That's what I'm going to say, and I'm sticking to it.
That's our story.
All right, I'm not going to worry about the tread marks, whatever.
Oh, hey, Miriam. She's rolling beads. Oh,
hey, that was pretty good. Did you see how I floated that, baby?
Yes. Some people say that you should start in the one corner and kind of, but that's harder than you think.
Yeah. Those people are telling me stuff like that. They had fun, successful experience.
And they've been trying to get it to happen ever since.
Yeah. Hey, I got some bokeh stuff going on over here. I'll show you in just a minute.
That was a good call.
See, if we had gone with the purple,
it would have washed it out and obliterated it.
It would have obliterated this. It would have also obliterated a lot of your color combos here.
So Lucy wants to know, is the Pan Pastels a powder? So it's kind of creamy. We had a big discussion yesterday.
It leans toward powder, but it's more
creamy than,
and it's very finely particulated.
Yeah.
So that you don't have chunks.
Oh no, yeah, and you don't have to let it, it's not paint or anything like that. You don't have to, that's why you can like immediately put down a pull color on it. So that is that's been a fun thing. Now it takes her some time to get it down there.
It do.
So there's always a little trade-off.
Always a trade-off. Let's do something with this while we've got it out here. I want to go back to my... Oh, maybe we'll go with something like this. This is kind of fun. I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know its name.
Right. And it has been altered.
It's got lots of layers of paint on it, so it must be something I really like.
It's Darcy's. And this one is the Baubles and Bubbles? Bubbles and Baubles? We have not done it with cornstarch, and we are not baby powder people. But basically you can also get that same resist type experience with the powders on the plate. So we have used the Magicals and the Jacquard Pearl X, any of the powdery type of pearly business we have done, and you get a very similar, I mean, obviously it's more sparkly, but it does that resist thing, and then you get multiple pulls, and it does the, you know, speckledy business. We've done that a couple of times.
Yeah. And the other thing is if you kind of need to put your thing down there and really give it a good roll to get some color down into those, especially this one with the stencil being kind of a little bit thick.
Yeah. It's giving you more.
It's not allowing me to snuggle up to that edge.
All right.
It's resisting.
Oh, Liz, that's funny. Okay, so Liz says, and I think she wants to maybe post it in Makers. I don't know if y'all are willing, but I love it. She says, for fun, let's take your photos of how you arrive to watch the PM Artist Studio stream. A little selfie time.
Oh.
P's wearing exactly what she wore yesterday. Did you bathe, though? You did.
I did, but I put this t-shirt back on because I didn't, my other one was...
Oh, you were, because she changed to put she put garden clothes on, so then you put that one back on because it was
straight to the...
There you go.
Dirty clothes pile because they were smelly and really not good. All right, what else do I... Oh, I have another blue here. I'm really bluing out here. I don't know what the deal is.
I like the blue. Shannon, I think that's
What?
That's how a lot of folks arrive. Oh, goodness, Liz. Goodness.
Now, some of this resist that I'm getting here is because of that other stuff on there. See that streak of...
Oh, yeah, that's from the crackle.
From the crackle.
Oh, look at me. I didn't know what it was. I'm excited about that. Hello, Emma. Welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. And if you're new to the channel, hang out a little bit and then subscribe. We do this 4 times a week. And usually I'm the one that's arting on Monday, but I'm just, you know, I need more time to get my stuff together.
I told her I'd go on as long as I didn't have to gussy up. I was just not.
Because she had things queued up for y'all for kind of cutting into Tuesday, but maybe, you know, if I don't foresee it happening today. I just don't. So Thursday is most likely the day that I will take over. I might have some thoughts by then, too, and I can just have the whole thing.
I've already got my thoughts. You haven't printed them off for me.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know if y'all find this fascinating, but...
Well, we're having good convo. People are saying things. I think so, Colleen. I think so. Oh, Liz only proposed that today because she actually has brushed her hair and put on eyeshadow today.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, this is a cool stencil. Please keep in mind that it has been altered. It will come with a margin. You will need to, you know.
But this one's pretty easy to do.
It's more or less just kind of cutting off the margin and then dipping down and
evening out your edges.
Yeah.
And don't forget your edges, because that looks kind of cool when you
feather
it out a little bit and really do you know, I'm going to use a big piece of carnival tissue paper.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, 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 blah. Going to the store shortly after the stream, and we're going to make crock pot French onion soup because Brad's parents have a huge garden.
And they brought us a bunch of onions.
And they brought us tons of onions, and they're so gorgeous that you cannot waste them. So we're going to make a big old pot of French onion soup. Mariah doesn't like it.
Oh, hey, Nancy. I'm happy to see you here. Yeah, I like it. I don't know that we need a big old crock pot of it, but, you know, that's what we're going to do. Oh, that sounds fun. Bye, Lizzie Jean. Thanks for hanging.
Bye, Lizzie Jean. And after a while, you can just go through and you've got lots of, you know, stuff on there that you can just rub around in different places. Just make sure that your stencil is stable.
Yes, because if it moves around or pops up or...
Yeah. You're going to be sad and mad.
Oh, Sandy says that you should freeze some of it, and that way, just freeze it in small bags. She didn't say that, but that's what I'm saying. So that way you can just have a little...
Oh. Yeah, for sure. Well, depending on, you know, if these people eat it or not. I don't, you know, this whole keto thing just put a real damper on you being...
Well, we can eat the...
adventuresome.
Like the soup part's fine, just don't put, you know, like the bread thing over the top.
Well, that's you put that in each
But you remember that one at the Lux Cafe where it was like a pastry thing across it?
Oh, that was lovely.
I think that was that place, right?
Oh, that was the pot pie. Oh, it wasn't. Brad got that, but I don't think it was the crust. I think it was a layer of Parmesan, which they'd crisped up.
Is that what they had done?
With the torch?
Yeah, there was something special that they did with it. Brad does like French onion soup, from what I remember. Now I think you should use the blue pearl to pull that one. Yeah. Yeah, because it's a lot of prep.
Oh, it's a whole lot of prep. And it's a whole lot of, you know, sauteing and diddly squatting around like that.
Diddly squatting. But some people like put a piece of bread on the top, right?
Well, we're going to make bread, but you put it on after you make the soup, so you don't have to.
But then Eddie's saying that, for good French onion soup is covered in cheese.
We have 2 different kinds of cheeses that are going to be used.
Okay.
Yes. Gruyere, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you know which one I'm talking about. And Emmenthal.
Okay. I don't know. I'm undecided about this soup.
She's just being a poopy diaper fed.
She is. 100%. Colleen says caramelizing the onions takes forever.
It does.
Which recipe?
I have no idea. It's one I got off
online
of the World Wide Web.
William Sonoma. See, that's where I would go. I would.
That is not the one, but I think I've made the one from William Sonoma before. This is crock pot. It cooks all day.
Oh.
But you still have to do all that business with the onions and the.
Yeah, because that doesn't just happen.
No. I think it's just plain onions.
Oh, Sonia says that's some fancy brayer off that you got going on there.
Yeah, did you notice the bokeh stuff going?
The bokeh. Bouquet. The bouquet.
The bouquet.
Okay.
The bokeh is the raton, and the K is the watercolor. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, look at you. Ah, no, there's a little bit there.
Yeah, there's a few.
Yes. Paula says she puts dry sherry in hers.
Yes, it calls for that, and we're going to get some.
Oh, Alice says that if one is French, Comté would be the cheese. Would be the cheese. Comté is near, and I don't know if I'm saying it right. Maybe it's Comté or something like that. Is very similar to Gruyere, but yum.
Well, write it down. I don't have to know how to say it. I just know how to spell it when I go to the store.
Just Google that. Oh, where are all my little... Okay. You're starting to pile things over on my side. I just wanted you to recognize that there's a situation over here.
There's stuff that you needed.
Is it?
Oh, I wouldn't give you anything that you didn't need.
I don't think that... No, that's not true at all.
I know what to do with
that. Is exactly the reason you give me things.
All right, now what?
Now that I'm gonna write this cheese thing down. Hold on.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna get these.
Oh, Alice was a cheesemonger for a while. She was one of her favorite jobs.
I love cheese.
I like cheese too. Now I don't like all cheeses, but I like cheese.
All right, I'm going to show you some things I did here. I think this is beautiful. How did I get these colors? Well, I should have written it down, but I'm pretty sure I can tell you.
Okay.
Because I think it's still in the works here. It's that really lovely green, gold, And then one of the blues, and I can't remember which blue I used.
Well, they have a decent selection up at the Kroger.
Oh, crud. And this is the thing about these. You don't want to be careful opening them. Did you see what I just puked out there?
Well, yes, because this is our darling Isabella was a little heavy with them.
Well, so I might have been a little heavy with some of them, too.
Oh,
I
well,
wasn't
that's
paying
nice.
attention. But, I mean, this stuff, you can see that little bit that blurbed out there? And this is the resulting cleanup.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you know, it comes off great. It's just not any...
Yeah, it's not like paint that's like you're going to be dealing with for a while.
Yeah.
Yes, the design on the plate is Distressed Crosses by Eddie.
Okay, so getting back to this. Mm-hmm. Then I used that lighter blue. I don't know which one it was. It might even have been this one. Because it does have that kind of blue streak through there. So I wanted to go ahead and take care of that. But then copper and the green, and then what I pulled it with was transparent red iron oxide. That's how you do that up. Well, we're going to talk some more about, because I got another one back here in another
has a friend
stage of being. And then we have this.
I liked it so much I made another one.
This is the goober plate.
This is super sticky. We think it spent a little too much time in the window on a hot day.
Could be.
I really think that kind of is the thing.
But, I mean, you know, it still works.
Yeah, it's just extra sticky. Look at that.
Isn't that just gorgeous?
Well done. Lots of depth to that one.
Yeah, all right. Now, where's my other one that I have left the stencil on? I mean, I really was getting ready for tomorrow. Now I won't have anything to do for tomorrow. Okay, now I know why I left this stencil on here. I wanted to show you something. If I can find a sponge that's not completely screwed up.
There's an American Cheese Society conference.
There is?
Mm-hmm. Need to look into that.
Yeah.
Whatever comes to Dallas. Nothing
okay,
cool
so one of the things you want to keep in mind when you're doing this stuff with a little a stencil where it has little parts, you put your thing down and then you just kind of wiggle it about to get in there.
Okay.
Okay. This is another sticky. Oh, whoa. I'm probably fixing to pop something here.
So, great example of this is a, you know, brand new, fresh off the press. Yupo stencil. They stick very nicely to the plate when they're just Yupo. So you got to be careful. That's when you're going to pop it or rip it.
Yeah, and you can see, I mean, it's got some pretty good connectors. So, you know, but it did kind of warp it, pulling it up.
It will stretch. That is true, too. If you have these sorts of issues and you're like, oh, now it's all warpy and wonky, one of the things that you can do with Yupo stencils is put them in a warm area, especially now that it's summer. If you've got a little window area on a flat surface, and it will kind of iron itself out.
It will. Now, one of the things about this is if there's any areas where it wasn't completely covered with the copper, it's going to sort of disappear because we're going over it with the this green color, which I love this green color. This is the color.
Well, it would have been nice if you would have
Gulf of Mexico. Sure.
That is like
it looks really good with
you
my
needed
eyes.
It does. You needed to use the color combo with that.
Well, I already had this down.
Oh.
I already had the copper down.
Well, I know, but like, you know, you can use a metallic. That's part of the color combo thing too, is you can always mix in a metallic. So you could have done, that was your metallic, and then the 3 colors. Now you know.
Yeah.
You can do better next time.
Absolutely.
This is how each month goes. I like have to convince her. And that, but you were excited about this one because these are your colors. These are very in your wheelhouse of
colors. Yeah,
color.
They are. What did I do? I gave them back to you, right?
No. Yes, you did. This is yours. I'll put it right there.
Okay.
Oh, what color name is this? This green. Get your magnifier.
Phthalo green, extra dark. Give those a little extra daub to the.
I don't know what that sound is down there.
Cat yakking.
Oh, it's birds.
Oh.
I wonder if your cat caught a bird. I wonder if I should go investigate. There's a weird sound. I'm going to go look at it. You're on your own for a second.
All right. Okay, now you can see there's some places there where it's really, it hasn't, I haven't covered it. But a lot of times I'll just go ahead and leave that because that's going to give your back part, whatever pull color you use, a chance to come through there. And on this one, I don't know what color to. Maybe I'll use. I did use that earlier, and it was quite nice. Now, this is the problem that you get yourself into with these little jobbers, is that they're blocking the brayer off. And I don't really bear down on those as far as, you know, trying to make sure that they're really on there, because I'd rather they were a little loosey-goosey for future usey. All right. So, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do? I just think that would really be a waste. I'm going to go with this light gold because that's going to lighten up the green. And I still think I have enough contrast here to separate the gold from the copper. Changed my mind. With almost no wrinkles. There's a few, but all right, we'll put that over here and let that sit a spell. All right, let's do some taping and some.
All right, I don't know exactly what it was, but Brad then hollered at me on the thing out there, and he's like, check the tandem. Because he has the door open so it ventilates through because it's just it gets stinky in there. And so I didn't see the bird, but that might have been what it was. They when he leaves the door open, they go in there.
Oh.
And then they don't know how to get out.
Of course.
So. And there was a bird on the fence, so he may have figured out how to get out. But he was raising some cane before he figured that out, I think, is what happened.
Well, they will sit out there and holler at Bentley. Especially the crows.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Brad says they can get loud.
They what?
They can get loud. Because I did. I could hear it. And I was like, man, there's some ruckus. But all's well. Oh, Lindsay would like to know the size of the previous plate that you were using.
Well, I think that's one of our custom jobs.
So keep in mind,
I'll bring it back just a minute and measure it for you.
Yeah, we have some weird plate sizes because, the hummingbirds too. Yes, they were quite loud yesterday. And that's in fact what alerted me to them. We have a hummingbird feeder now and they've been coming by, which is very exciting.
And sometimes you talk about aggressive little boogers.
Oh, yes.
Especially those males when the other males come around.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so some of the plates are from larger plates being cut into sizes, and so they are not what you would be able to buy. You have to buy a big plate and cut it, which we've done on stream before.
That the gel plate people don't recommend you do that.
Right.
But
we've done it
as usual. We just consider that a suggestion.
Mm-hmm. No, they were real sweet about it. They said, yeah, we don't recommend doing it. You can do it, but we don't recommend it. It was that kind of. Or are you going to now do the pan pastels through this?
Yes.
Love it.
And remember, this was one of my mixing
plates, yes.
Plates.
That's usually how these little ones start out. Oh, bye, Becky. Thanks for hanging.
And you can keep this, but I do draw the line on, this is just way too fiddly. Way too fiddly. All right, now before I start doing that, I'm going to bring this plate back because I'll forget, otherwise I'll forget it. Now this might be a standard.
5x7?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a 5x7.
Okay. That's a legit plate size.
That's a legit plate size. Now I'm going to show you another one. It's not.
You can tell by the edge of it.
8 by 6, sort of. Kind of swoops in a few places, but it really doesn't make a hell of beans difference in the long run. So yeah, I don't. They need to make it 8 by 6. Why not? There's frames for 8 by 6 photos, right? Yeah. Okay, we're just going to use bright blue because I think bright blue and orange is just a splendid. Cleaning up my applicator.
I'm sorry, and hello, Sophia. I'm sorry, I was out investigating the bird situation. There was a ruckus. She's having some troubles with her Adobe Fresco and naming of files. That is interesting.
I'll help you with that as soon as we're through here.
Do not go to her for tech support. There are a lot of things that she knows. That is not it.
That would not be one of them.
But I will tell you, there are some fun conversations to be had with her when she does think she knows some things. It is entertaining. And I enjoy that very much sometimes. And then sometimes she gets real smart and she does it just to ruffle my feathers. And I'm like, can you just pay attention? Because I'm trying to get you somewhere and you think you're being funny.
I swear to God, Izzy has that same.
Yeah. Hey, Mark. Hey, April.
All right. Now, the reason I did that was...
Or Adria, sorry. I was having a moment
wanted you to know that you can clean these jobbers up. Somewhat.
That's cool.
And if you get too much off, you can always come back and
put it back on.
Put it back on. I mean, you talk about a versatile product. This really is. And I think that this taping and then doing the pan pastel over the tape lines
satisfies you.
Satisfies me to no end. I cannot even.
This hits all the spots.
Tell you the amount of excitement in doing that. All right, so now we really
was that a dry cloth you were cleaning it with, or a wet one?
Wet.
Wet.
Yeah. So do I really kind of want to accentuate
100%, Colleen. 100%.
What?
Huh?
What you saying?
We have similar husbands, it seems.
There are those big balls rattling around in there. Okay, I am using Liquitex.
See, Carla has one of those too.
Cyan
I think it's a husband thing.
Green shade, soft body acrylic, airbrush medium added. And this is just so that we can really get our
blue pumped up. And you don't want it to be spot on the same, because doing this, well, I don't know, that's actually a different situation than what just happened there. But what I was going to say prior to that happening is that if it was a little more heavy body, it would stay in place a bit more, not mix, basically. You would have more variation in the blue areas, which I think you're still going to get, but I don't think as much as what I had anticipated. That is very wet stuff she used.
Very, very wet.
Because there's a washout, right? Or mix.
That wasn't even medium added.
Oh, okay. That's why you were reading that. That's why she was reading.
I was reading that.
I just didn't realize it was so heavy with the medium. And if y'all didn't catch that, that's the airbrush medium, which is fantastic stuff. But I think this is kind of interesting what happened here, because it really sucked up the powdery business. Oh, there's still some variation there. And mixed.
Yeah. I think that's going to be super. And of course, I've got wrinkles all over the place, which will leave some really nice...
Yes, Nancy. That's I think that was mentioned yesterday too. That there is something there's a binder agent in the pan pastels that makes them that kind of creamy-ish.
Yes, I would definitely say so. They're not just powder. They've got some kind of a
binder.
Thank you. Yeah, that. Well, I'm really having a jolly good time with this. I certainly hope you all are. Getting a lot of stuff on the... I don't really want to do that one. I've already done that one. Yes. Talk about that one next. Okay, now this already had... You can see that little background business going on there.
Yes.
From these. All right? Everybody got that. Well, I'm not going to use that one again. I'm going to use something else.
All right, you got 40 minutes.
What else do I have over here that I haven't used? I've used X's. But I haven't used this one because it doesn't have anything on it. So I know.
Now this is the other Distressed Crosses by Eddie. So there's a style 1, style 2. I can't remember which one's which.
All right.
He'll let you know in the chat.
Oh. This is the green, right?
Yeah, the dark green that you've been using.
Okay, I want to use 3 colors, so I'll go over here.
Yes. This is Distress Style 2. And Alice isn't to bring the cheese to the art. The Cassini is derived from the milk, hence the callustration on the fixative. Yes. We did work that out finally last week. Yeah. Oh, I was wondering, but then I was like, well, she knows more about cheese than I do or whatever, so I'm just going to say that. Cassin, right?
Yeah, that's the stuff that makes it thick. Thickener. Casein?
Casein. Wonderful. Now we're on board. Yeah, there we go.
I think. I don't know.
If I don't know, I can be led astray.
This is very close to the color.
I was going to say, it was very close. You kind of sidestepped, I think, one of them, but meh. Very nice. And I will say, so if you were to point paint, it would take about just as long, but it's also messier.
And you have to let it dry.
And this comes off of your stencil much cleaner. So there's some bonus.
Bonus. All right, we're going to pull this with gold.
Miriam says combine this one with her O-springs and you got tic-tac-toe.
Truly. I don't know if I can find that one, Miriam.
Yeah, well, I think it is behind you over there, but it's got piles, Miriam. Hey, you switch out your brayer off. Just
I do.
Kind of obliterated your.
Quite nice. Now that's not perfect there.
Almost. And there's did you iron it out?
For the most part, there's one dadgum wrinkle there.
Mm-hmm. Love it. It's all casein.
Oh, here, this is fun.
Oh yeah, there's some Paisley party left over.
Party going on there. Okay, I think I'm going to put this away. Look at this. And I don't know what these little, some kind of goopy gunky stuff on my hoodie do that I need to scrape off because it's making little indentations in my brayer off.
Oh, in Australia they call it knots and crosses.
What? Knots and...
Yeah, tic-tac-toe. Knots and crosses.
Really?
Oh, goodness.
I'm happy y'all aren't watching this.
She brought out a box from under the hole.
There, I haven't used that one.
Not that size of it, don't. I kind of like it when you use the smaller plates because it moves things along a little quicker.
It do.
It do. Working on those big ones, it's got to put some time in. I get bored.
Well, and you're being able to observe the same effect.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is one of those weird size plates that you don't have to worry about because you don't have them. Just trying to get my border in a reasonably... Oh, it's a sticky one too.
All right, you're going to use the actual color combo.
No,
okay.
I'm bored with that.
Okay. What are you going to do?
Something.
Okay.
Something different.
I have a question for y'all. Have any of you... Now, I know Eddie posted his, but anyone else started or plans on doing or has even finished the collage prompts? I need some inspiration. Like, I love his prompts, but I need some visual, like... And see, I'm working in the added difficulty of the color combo with it.
I already did the color combo.
I know. I'm just talking about me and what I plan to do.
Okay. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to start off with a new sponge. And I'm going to go into the...
This is Dot Dash Filigree, the 5x7 by Sophia. It came out a little while ago. Oh, Rosemary did one and posted it in Makers. Okay, I'll have to take a look for that. Rosemary, or will somebody tag me on that so I can make sure I see it? Paula has started hers. It will be Dutch packaging. See, I'm a little jealous of that. What? Oh my gosh, we went to this Eastern European little... I mean, it's kind of like a grocery deli. It's a little tiny thing, like not a ton of stuff. Well, I mean, actually, they had quite a bit of stuff, considering, but it wasn't a very big store. And the deli area, oh my gosh. She got a lot of chocolate bugs.
And these chocolate, I saved the packaging. I'm going to use it in my collage.
Well, that's rude.
I'm just telling you right now, I'm going to show you this. I got it right here.
Oh, those are fantastic, by the way.
I looked them up on Amazon and they're $1 more than they were at that store.
Really? Well, because Amazon, they work in the shipping.
Oh, is that what it does?
Yeah, even though you pay for Prime,
free shipping from Prime.
You're still paying for it, even on top of your Prime membership or whatever.
Well, that's a bunch of hoopla.
Well, that's...
I don't know. All right, I don't...
How that hoopla works.
I want my pink to be slightly more intensive, so I'm going to add some red over the top of it, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and get it around hither and yon. Because remember, the color that you put down, that's the color that...
I know, that's where I'm at, Margie.
Probably is going to be the most... Whatever. just amping that up a little bit because it's kind of puny. All right, now because I've got my thing on my leg here, I'm not doing it on my pants, y'all. Oh, these are new pants. I changed pants yesterday. What am I doing here?
I love this color combo right here.
I don't know why you needed to know that, but
yeah. We appreciate you sharing.
I just think that what's so cool about this is the ease at which you can blend
the blendability.
The blendability factor is high. And the thing about it is even though I am going over some of these areas that already have some color on them, and because I didn't put them down really, really heavy, probably should have put that yellow down a little bit.
Yeah, a little more.
Limey green, it looks yellow on here.
But they'll blend, and then you mix. Is what you were gonna say,
yeah,
right?
Thank you. Just
Beep, boop, boop.
All right, so now before we do a full coat,
you gotta check to see it.
Check it out. And see, I think I need more red over it. The pink.
Yeah, and you need to go over your green areas again, too. Okay,
well, to do that first, I'll just take my...
There you go.
Little floppy end.
Yeah, see, that pumped it up. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, and your red looks very pinky.
But because that pink is so transparent, because remember, it's one of the pearlies.
Yes.
It's kind of weak.
Oh, so you're coming. Oh, you put the pink down first. Sorry. See, I wasn't paying attention to that. That's why it was more pinky. Okay. And now you're putting the red on it to pump it up a bit.
Pump it up a bit. And even going over some of the purple, which I don't know how much that's going to change that. But.
Right. I like it.
Somewhat.
Oh, Alice says, be careful buying food from, Megazon. Most of their warehouses are not temperature controlled. If it is fulfilled by the seller, then it would be okay.
Ah, good point.
Yes.
Well, I'm just going to go back to the store.
Plus, there were some other things there.
All right, now you can see it still didn't pump up the pink to the extent of which I wanted it to.
So now you should just say, I'm going to pull it with pink.
But then I will lose my lime green.
Maybe.
Well, you know I will. So.
You could pull it with the green pearl.
Great minds think alike.
Then you're going to kind of get that color shifty business that will hopefully do the thing that you need it to do.
Okay, that's blue. That might be good.
I think you should do the green one.
I think so too. Now the other thing I could do, I could use green gold. Don't do that. She says don't do that.
No.
All right, here we go. Green pearl.
Mm-hmm.
With an E on the end.
Mm-hmm. I want to go check out, because I didn't even realize it was back there. But, you know, when we were driving and I said, oh, look at that. There's the, like, it was a Indo-Pac grocery and cafe.
Oh.
And it looked huge.
And this was where we were the other day when we
just right up the road from here on 544.
Oh.
In that new shopping, you know, where all like those really interesting new, like that kind of weird donut place, and you haven't even been there. Remember when we got the little roundy donut? You don't remember? That was a while ago.
Okay, this may be a little bit under.
Oh, I don't think so. And remember, this plate's a little older, so
yeah,
it's yellowing it out.
It has a whole bunch of yellow. Okay, this is gonna have to sit a spell, y'all. Oh my goodness, this I'll be spending a whole lot of time tomorrow pulling things, which will be great. I love that.
It always feels like a fireworks show.
Yeah. Now I've got this other. Where's my other? This is a different one than I used the other day.
I know.
I think we're just going to stay with our colors that we've got here. I think I'm going to use the red.
There's another little place that I want to try downtown too, because Wally has a little marketplace, and then they've been getting this stuff from local people.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And so they have not only like kind of a grocery part, but also a deli, a little bit of a deli, I think. And they sell plants and things, I think, from what I could tell online. But I want to go check that out.
Got this other purple that I haven't used. It's more of a blue violet.
Mm-hmm.
See how when I put it down there, I give it a bit of a wiggle? And I really don't know where the edge of my plate is until I, like crater off.
Ooh, I like that. Hold it up into the technology.
Good?
Yeah.
All right.
I think you should pull it with orange.
Well, we're going to compromise. I'm going to go with copper. If I can locate it. It's not copper. It is, but it's not the one I want.
Us too, Alice. Us too.
you see if you can find copper for me on there? I know I've got this in copper.
That's the dark. Yeah, here. Well, you've been...
I'm telling you what, you know, I don't usually like copper, but this one, it's a good one.
Ooh. Heck yeah.
Alrighty.
You got 19 minutes. Oh, you still got plates.
I still have plates. You know, I like to use different things, especially with this doesn't have anything on it. So I best get some stuff on it.
This is Art Deco Circles by Brad. The edges have been altered by P. Yours will not arrive this way. You will have to do it on your own. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Carla. And for those of you that have forgotten, do give those thumbsy upsies if you would, please. If you're watching in replay, thank you very much. We appreciate that. Let us know in the comments down below. And do not forget those thumbsy upsies.
You can just ombre the living daylights out of
She loves this mixability. And it's in a more controlled way than like with paint, where it's like it's less of a for sure. It's less of a for sure thing. Now we're gonna pull this with
gold.
Okay.
It's gonna be remarkable.
Okay.
Okay, now I use those two. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back with my blue and just kind of buff it out.
Oh, Sonia said that to come in also with the blender.
What does that do?
The blender stuff. To blend it.
I know, but I don't need that.
I tried, Sonia. Sometimes she don't listen.
Well,
hey, Jessie.
The blender stuff isn't transparent, translucent.
No,
it's yeah. I've pulled it out and
you played with it a little.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're coming in from the backside, does it matter?
Well, yes, because I want some of whatever I'm pulling it with to
show
through.
Oh, I understand. So it makes it more opaque.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good information.
Okay, before you remove your stencil, remember,
look,
give it a little looky-loo from the back side. And that's looking pretty good. See, I'm seeing one spot right there.
Mm-hmm. Those smaller areas are tricky. Now here's a thought.
What?
What if you put down paint now, then pull up the stencil? Now you'd have to let it dry. Then
well,
that's a
we haven't done that.
Whole different thing.
Whole different thing. I'm for it.
Because I think what you should do if with this is then use like the blue pearl, or the violet. One of those.
They're not going to show through it, Mariah. I'm leaving my stencil down.
Right.
So I think I should use a solid color. Even an opaque color.
Okay. What about like magenta?
What about what?
Like the magenta metallic-y.
Okay, that might be a good one.
Okay.
And there are places where it's less dense. So it's going to show through more.
Mm-hmm. Working on it, Sonia. And a cool flop off. Yeah, get that going there. All right.
Now, you realize we're going to have to let that dry.
You need to pull that stencil up. Quickness there. Okay, yes. The word looky. Pulley uppy stencil. Making me nervous. She's just playing with fire at this point. Yeah, did you hear that sound? Did you hear that? Moments.
It wasn't as bad. It already had
Seconds.
paint down, so I knew it was not going to be like a...
Yeah, but that looks lovely,
real
too.
Bad deal.
Be careful now.
There we go. Well, I can't do anything with this anyway.
Yeah.
All right, now let's turn it over and see.
Ooh. I love it.
And I think I'm going to pull this with copper instead of gold.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, knees, Mariah.
We all, you know what's funny is Brad's foot hurt too. All three of us have, like, our body's pretty fine, like, amazingly, because we were moving plants and heavy things.
Toe cramps in the nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, this has got a little halo-y thing here.
It's in a tunnel. It's a tunnel.
Cute. Cute. All right, so what do we got here? I need a better place for my... Oh, this might be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Bye, Ellen. Thanks for hanging. No. This is marbly something, marble madness, maybe. It's by Darcy.
All right, let's use some of these. Pale. Oh, that's not going to be if I don't. Oh my goodness, I'm certainly glad I wiped that off. You just see I went down here and went off the page because I can't see where my edge was there.
Yeah.
I want to see how strong these lighter colors are. And the way you discover that is you put this down and then you put a dark color over the top of it to see if it's going to hold its own.
Marble Madness. Oh, wonderful, Margie. Bye, Yonka. Thanks for hanging. We'll see you in the morning.
Oh, bless her heart. I'm just always amazed at these people that...
Well, it's dinner time now because this is the early stream. So, but yeah, they got, you know, dinner and...
I don't know how spectacular this is going to be. I'm leaning towards the...
Maybe not so much.
Not so much.
It wasn't what was in your mind.
It wasn't, but you know what? I'm just going with it.
Just go for it. Yeah, 7 p.m.
Oh, 7 p.m. Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah, you gotta come from... Sort of come from one side, then go to the other, and then, yeah, fold back and forth. Hi, Betsy.
Hey, that's
no
I
worries.
don't think this is going to be so very bad.
Yeah.
Now we're going to put down a dark-ish color over the top of this.
Yeah. What's the darkish color?
Well, it's a good question.
You got 8 minutes to make your decision on this.
I believe I can do it within that a lot of time.
Oh, that sounds fabulous, Miriam. Eddie suggested teal phthalo. I don't think that's going to be dark enough for what you're talking about. I mean, maybe it is, but...
Eddie, I like that, but I like this better.
She thought about it.
I did think about it.
I always feel good when she at least thinks about it. Or when she, you know, when she just flat out tells me no, like straight away. I'm like, wow, she didn't even like consider that at all. She considered it.
Rude.
Prussian would have been a pretty good one. Yeah, see, people were feeling greens and purples. Or, sorry, greens and blues. Eddie says, you do you, P.
Thank you, Eddie. Now, I'm cutting off these flapping end pieces because it's really messing me up over here.
Is it?
On my shelf.
Okay.
I could save those, but I don't have any place to put them. Wouldn't be able to find them anyway. Susan says, you don't have to save everything, Patricia.
Ooh.
Needed to be a little bit darker.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I mean, you know, it's okay. But
that purple, I'm telling you, is... Well, I think we should have, when we did our swatching, even, or you know, thinned it out more, because I think it is not truly indicative unless you put down some, like, a heavy coat or multiple coats.
I think you're absolutely right. It needs reswatched.
It needs reswatched. It is giving misinformation.
That it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we've got some weird stuff out here. And, see, where the paint is, it's not.
It don't stick.
It doesn't stick, but you can use that, that bit of information.
Hi, Cynthia. She's confused. Don't be. I didn't have my stuff together yet, and I don't fully know what I'm going to do with my project, so P had things queued up. It just made more sense than me stressing out, trying to figure out something that I just haven't really even pulled things together to be able to make a decision.
And I'm just farting around right now. I have no idea what's going to happen here, but
yes. We don't need those.
What is it?
Swatches that give us the wrong information.
Okay, let's round this.
I enjoyed that, Eddie. Thank you. I'm cold. It's actually kind of chilly outside.
It's lovely.
That's beautiful. You know we love this color combo. We got a few projects that pay homage to these here colors. Yeah, we may be in for some more rain too, I think. Which is great. It's always nice having it this time of the year. Oh, I know. She needs to take that brayer off away. Because it's good.
You.
It's good.
It was a good one.
Because Liz was saying, choose a color that will enhance the brayer off. And I'm like, she needs to just get it out of there because she's going to, it's looking good.
In the neighborhood.
Messy sunset. 100%. And in fact, the we have a set of printables on our site. That's pmartstudio.com if you don't know. Called Sunset. What is it? Sunset Hues?
Yes.
It's all of these.
Because I like them.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to look because it's been a while since I've even looked at them. Well, and the funny thing is even the turning over leaves has that same sort of those colors.
And what we may do tomorrow. Now, I'm not guaranteeing this.
Okay.
So I don't even know what I'm looking at the camera for. I'm not on there. I'm just looking at Mariah.
She's just looking.
Is this about over? I have to pee.
Yeah.
I would really like to mess around with pointing the pan pastels, creating a background, and then putting down the Monstera.
Oh, yes. There's a whole stack of things that need to be played with over here.
Yeah, I didn't even get some of those square things, and I wanted to use those today, but I forgot.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
You kind of obliterated things.
But you might be surprised when I pull this off.
Hey, and if anything, it's a good background. We can, she can point some other things.
Put some other stuff on it.
Yeah. Good colors. All right, my Arty friends, we are done. We'll be back tomorrow, tweaking some things. And
just depending on whether Mariah has her stuff together or not.
I won't. Seriously, I'm just gonna be real.
She's not. She's just gonna call it. So I'm just gonna do some more of this and gel plane. And plus, remember, we've got a whole ton to pull off.
And there's stamps, you know.
And I need to do some stamping on some of these ones that were less than stellar.
Yeah, we gotta, because remember, we got the two designers did 2 different kinds of paisleys. There's Flowers by Darcy. There are those X's by Brad. You still have your, in fact, actually, that'd be really beautiful if I heat embossed stamped like in gold over that.
Oh,
with the scribble, your scribble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we got ideas, we got things, we
got
things. All right, guys, we'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Love ya.
Love ya. Like a long
haul.
croak, croak.